Hey guys, this is Heather from Healthy Eating Starts Here. So I wanted to talk today about how to make grains and beans taste amazing, because on their own, if you were to cook up some plain beans or take some beans out of a can, they're really bland. They don't have a whole lot of flavor on their own. And same thing with grains. If you take some quinoa and cook it plain, or some brown rice or something like that, not gonna have a whole lot of flavor. So one of my favorite things to do is to add some spices into the water while you're cooking this. So if you take some cinnamon and cook it with some rice, then you have a really flavorful porridge. If you take some quinoa, cook it with some cumin, you're gonna have a nice base for a stir fry or a curry. And I like to add it in the cooking water because then it infuses right into the bean or the grain. You can add it after, but I like adding it during the cooking. It's kind of like tea. It's gonna steep into your food. And same thing with beans. They may not absorb all the water that they're cooking with, but you can add some spices in there, some bay leaves or something like that, and you'll have much more flavorful beans. Plus, spices and herbs add nutrition, so when you put them in there, you're adding antioxidants and vitamins and minerals and proteins and all that kind of stuff. So, another thing you can do to add some flavor is to add some fruits or vegetables that are flavorful. So if I'm making a bean dip, I often like to add red pepper or parsley to make it more flavorful. Or if I'm making a bean salad, sometimes I'll throw an apple in there. Just chop up an apple and put it in. So you can add flavor with other foods as well. And then along the lines of cooking with spices, you can add some vegetable broth or some juice to the water while they cook. And then they'll absorb that and become more flavorful. And then you can, of course, just put a really nice sauce or dressing on top after they're cooked. I love putting tomato sauce that I would normally put on pasta. I love putting it on rice or quinoa. It's really good. And you can do the same thing with a salad dressing. Put it onto a bean salad. You're good to go. All right, so I put together a bunch more tips on how to make grains and beans taste phenomenal, and you can download that on my site as a PDF. I put in some meal ideas, so things like making dip, making loaves or burgers, making sauces out of your beans or grains. And there's also some seasoning ideas, so things that I like to pair together. Like, I love putting curry spices with chickpeas and lime. That combo really works for me. Or putting dill with onion powder and nutritional yeast and making a creamy white sauce with cannellini beans. Awesome. So just look under this video and you'll find a link to download the PDF that has a bunch of tips and ideas for making grains and beans taste amazing. I think that's really key to enjoying a plant-based diet, is making things taste good. So I always try to do that in my meal plans, which I have a new one almost ready to go. I'm planning to get it ready for you guys by the end of the week, so stay tuned for more info on that. I'm gonna post a recipe later this week from the meal plan so you can get an idea of the kind of stuff that I'm putting in there. And until then, go have some fun making grains and beans taste amazing. Okay, bye guys.